The loaded semi lost control. Jackknife. Coming to a stop. On the edge of going over.
Oh, the conditions are really bad here.
Whoa! This is crazy.
It just closed the highway down.
The driver escaped injury, but his truck and cargo hang in the balance.
It's frozen pork going overseas. This is a big deal. This is big weight there.
The hulking load
You don't even touch a job like that unless you got the right gear.
is too much for Jamie's 30-ton Mack.
Pulling it out with a smaller wrecker could end in demise.
With his other heavies tied up tonight and the scale of the job, Jamie needs a new plan.
Yeah, they got aggressive towing with several wreckers in there.
Maximize both rotators and get this truck back up on the road and on its way.
The 100,000-pound wreck will need the full capacity of the aggressive rotators. Pylons from each rotator must be rigged to the top of the trailer to keep the leaning load from tipping over.
Okay.
The high lines are rigged. So Merv and Jason
I'll just hold it here till you get snug.
get ready for the first pull. But
It's not wanting to.
the fixed load
It's not moving ahead.
refuses to budge.
One chain breaks or something goes, this thing's flipping over.
You're fighting a loaded truck and trailer in the ditch. It wants to stay where it is.
To stop from sliding, Merv needs his rotator
Can't even get the pins out.
to get better bite into the icy road.
Frozen in.
The pin?
Yeah.
1 hour into the nasty recovery,
Oh, there's Jamie Davis.
Me and my old truck 6.
Jamie returns from helping other drivers up the road.
I think that these guys aren't having a good day.
Finally, the cleats are released.
Okay, holy.
Definitely got to stay on your toes and keep moving.
You take into consideration the truck sliding back on the ice and the huge weight of this container.
You want him on the front end?
He might help us, yeah.
Yeah.
We make a decision to call in another truck.
Minutes later,
Here he comes.
Greg arrives on scene in Jamie's 30-ton Mack. With 4 lines from the rotators already on the wreck, Jamie will add 2 lines from the Mack to winch the tractor ahead, while the rotators work it from the side.
You know, just these things are really delicate, right? So just do as much as you can.
You got to watch the energies that you're applying to that truck.
I don't want you to pull more than those guys. Let them work too.
There could be a huge catastrophic fail if people don't work together in this job.
To help guide the wreck,
Will you take the brakes off in the truck?
Try to work at the same time and get it up and out.
See it coming.
but near the back of the wreck, Merv's low line
Merv.
is showing signs of heavy strain.
Hold it.
The wreck's powerful resistance
What's going on?
Broke the belly winch line.
proves too much for Merv's low line.
There's a prime example of how you could have a fail.
We're losing the cable.
With normal wear and tear, the line was scheduled to be replaced.
We just ordered cable for that too.
Now Merv's rotator has only one line to bear the load, and the other
I can help it with that one, I just can't do much anymore.
severely compromised.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're gonna try to pull it up with a little bit of a high tug.
It's a bit of a dance working with all these trucks together.
Look at that.
Merv swings the back of the trailer
Oh, there he goes.
onto the road,
Nice, nice.
We're okay.
and Jason snugs up the front,
Keep going.
leaving the last step for Jamie's rookie operator. On the coldest night in years,
You good?
Yeah. I think he can almost go by himself.
3 trucks, 2 teams, and 1 junior operator
Oh, the front end help to do that was significant for us.
pulled together.
We got her out fully loaded. That's a good win, I'd say, yeah.
And for Jamie,
You going up there, fat boy?
Fat boy.
it's a rare moment to work alongside his youngest brother. It's a perfect recovery for Jamie. And even though he's away, the wreck is still going to a Davis.
He's gone. He's in Texas, isn't he?
My brother Jason is a hardworking guy. He's very attentive to detail. You know, not as good looking as I am, but he's a great guy.
It's not very often that we get an opportunity to upshow Jamie in his own territory.
Probably would have scooped us on this one anyway if he was.
The heavy load has shifted onto the thin trailer wall.
If it's going to be too much, it's going to start crumpling.
Jason would like to unload the trailer's cargo of frozen food, but the client has a different idea.
The customer is adamant on us bringing it up with its load intact.
But that comes with a big risk of wrecking the trailer.
He's just too far away from the road.
He calls on his big brother for some advice.
It's got a 15 to 18% grade here. It's almost vertical, the ditch on the side, eh? If I pull, it's going right, pulling right through the trailer wall. It's not that strong. And that's going to expose everything that's there.
There's a 70% chance it doesn't work.
So after that discussion with Jamie, that the only way we're going to get this vehicle out was with the crane.
A 75-ton crane with a massive 130-foot boom. They have just enough room for the crane's outriggers, but there's a problem.
His swing out to the side, too.
The crane's counterweight sticks out more than 13 feet behind the cab.
If he's 90 degrees, we're shutting down that whole other lane.
So you're not going to get that lane.
Well, let's see what we can do here.
They need the crane to reach the wreck without swinging the ballast into the second lane.
Not enough room. Not enough room for the crane.
Without enough room to operate, he has to pull the plug before he can even get started.
Pack it down for now, please.
Yeah.
To be leaving without any success was a real disappointment for the crew.
If they can close down the road and I can get sideways to it, I can pick it, right?
Kind of ruins your day right quick.
Jason doesn't want to accept failure on his brother's turf. He needs a new plan.
Which one did he chain, T?
That one right there.
The center?
Middle, yeah.
Just after midnight in BC, Jamie's younger brother, Jason Davis, is back for another attempt at the wreck he had to leave behind.
I had to talk to Jason on the phone that night about that job. And he was pretty depressed, pretty down, and he was, you know, almost second-guessing himself about how he handled it.
I don't got much time, man.
Jason gives a careful test pull with his rotator and sees a problem right away.
This will bite into the trailer like that. That'll bite that trailer and cause a kink in it and weaken the trailer.
It's only aluminum, it's very thin. And so you'll pull that strap right through that trailer and cut it in half.
I would unload it. Customer doesn't want it done that way. So, you know, basically we have to tell the customer, look, your success rate here is very minimal.
Jason plans to use a crane hooked to a series of straps to help spread the load. The crane will then lift from the top, while the rotator pulls from the side. At 1 a.m., the machine arrives that will make or break this recovery.
By the way, T. I'm going to put a stop on traffic, okay? I'll stop. Go time. Okay, Ralph, we're shut down, buddy. Swing over.
The crane operator has extended his boom so far, he can only use a fraction of his lifting power,
Hold it!
or risk pulling himself over the bank.
It's his job. It has all the ingredients to go sideways. You've got a loaded trailer, a customer wants it uploaded, but the Davis boys don't give up.
With a crane maxed out, Jason has to come up with a new plan. With a boom shorter, the crane can lift more.
Are we good?
I'll stop.
The trailer wall is buckling around the straps. Jason needs to redistribute the weight.
Anytime that you got that vehicle up in the air, but then you have to go underneath it to re-rig, I think it's always the hairiest and most dangerous part of the wreck.
Are you tight with the angle irons?
I guess he is. Okay, slow on the cable.
Slow on the cable. Or
Okay, you got it. We're gonna crawl out of here before you lift too much more.
okay, let's do it.
That's coming over a long way.
Yeah. Keep going. Okay.
The wreck is almost upright, but now they need to winch the truck up the bank before the trailer wall collapses.
Getting it up and out of the ditch and on the roadway, that's another whole job in itself.
Jason's crew rigs a 50-ton wrecker to the front axle to help muscle the semi up the bank.
We need to make sure that we hold it until the tractor comes up. It's the big pull. Go tell the traffic control people we're at a point of no return. They gotta be patient with us, okay? Yeah. 34,000 pounds right here in this corner. Yeah, she's out. Now we're at the home run. We gotta unhook and get this traffic through.
That was quite an accomplishment, man.
Send them through.
Well, I've done that type of wreck. It's not easy. I should say that I was missing that job, but it wasn't a job that you missed. Sorry, brother.
We didn't break a wall, and we don't have the cargo spilled all over the ditch, so yeah, we did good.
That went pretty darn good.
Watch yourself, he's coming down into the ditch.
With Colin away in BC, it's up to Kelly Davis, Jamie's middle brother, to take over last night's wreck.
The assessment wasn't done properly. Somebody made a mistake. Couldn't do the job.
Let's call you back.
The damaged trailer needed to be unloaded
Holy
before it could be flipped.
There we go.
After yesterday's storm, it's taken almost 24 hours to get a salvage team and a crane on site. Heavy rescues forced to take half the highway, squeezing traffic on 831 down to one lane.
We're wanting to clean this up really fast and get out of here.
The client wants the load of paper recovered dry and ready for delivery.
We're good!
They've got the freight offloaded. Let's get the stuff on your truck.
Yeah.
And then pull this out.
No problem.
Okay.
But Kelly's next challenge is much bigger. The severely damaged semi.
My job is to get that out in one single piece. We're going to try to roll it over and pull it right up fully intact. Their wall integrity has been broken, so anything can happen.
And this is just Kelly's second time running Jamie's most complicated wrecker.
Sending Kelly out on that job, sending him in my rotator, I mean, he's a great guy, been around, understands the industry, but it still makes me nervous.
Might as well grab the green one.
With the trailer so weakened, Kelly and Gord have to be precise with their rigging.
Knowing that the tractor is made of spring steel on the frame, you can load it up, it has energy. So we clamp down hard on the front axle, which creates energy towards your back axles.
Jamie's crew will run lines to the front and back axles of the tractor. Once the rig starts to roll, it will start pulling the trailer. A line to the back of the trailer will complete the flip.
Take her down, put her in the yard.
Kelly's still determined to keep one lane open.
Oh, baby. Man. When you're dealing with one live lane open, You always have something moving by you. So it makes your job area hazardous.
Green, down?
Yeah.
You always have to be on your toes, you gotta be on your game, and you gotta watch out for other people in case they're not.
Kelly doesn't want to be out on this road any longer than necessary,
You wanna put the light up on top there?
but his winch line
It's a rat's nest in there.
is tangled. Straightening it out won't be a quick fix.
When the road's closed and you're blocking traffic, you don't need to be dealing with tangled lines on your wrecker. Those are all kinds of things that the operator should be dealing with back at the shop.
Try it.
Going
Oh, there
now.
it goes.
Now we got her.
I have to drag it all the way out the spool, and then I have to sit there and wind it all the way in. A truck like that is precarious at the best of times. We have to lay it over in a soft manner so we don't damage anything more than what was damaged.
Kelly will need to keep a careful eye on the wreck, but he won't be able to see it from the rotator's control panel. His best option is the remote.
Having the controls at your finger and being able to walk around the backside of a wreck and see where you're pulling, it's a safety item for everybody.
Is the line going out?
Yeah, line's going out.
I understand how the truck works, I understand the angles, I understand leverage, but as for hands on the controls, these guys are using the remote controls. I'm not familiar with those.
What color is that one? White?
That one's the white one. Snow White.
So Kelly decides the only answer
And then don't forget about your orange.
is to call out instructions to Swamper Gord, who's never operated the wrecker outside of Jamie's yard.
Don't tell Jamie that, but you know, Gord's running his rotator. We ended up dragging that truck about 5 to 10 feet to gather up some of the landscape underneath to get it to bite. Slow her down, slow her down. Bring up your green one. The trailer's all twisted and it's already been hit, it's compromised. And if I don't do that job right, I'm gonna pull that trailer apart. As it's twisting, I'm tensed, I'm freaked right out. You don't like that too much. It's a 50-50 shot. Just suck it into tension it up. Just go. Yeah, twist that over hard. Those walls break apart, that's the integrity of the trailer. Okay, orange. I don't want to have a bad day, I want to have a good day. Start the pull.
Kind of get the feel of it as it's getting tighter and tighter. You can hear it. You can hear the winch lines.
Faster on the white. This spring tension on the frame is starting to work. Yep, white. You got her. It's starting to create that energy to help roll that trailer over.
That's it. Sick. That's rad.
I was pretty proud at that point. A beautiful job.
I've never flipped a semi-truck and trailer over before. I would have called my mom and my daughter after I flipped it, but it was a little late.
After a rough start for heavy rescue,
We'll unhook everything.
Kelly Davis has pulled off the job and earned a new place of pride in the family business.
Really have to rely on Kelly, kind of the old Clydesdale. He's got to come in there and pull this thing together. Brother can trust a brother.
Home for tacos. Beer and tacos.
The wine semi crossed the median into the oncoming lane, right into the path of a truck traveling the opposite direction. The massive impact sliced the trailer in half.
You can guarantee the road's closed there.
Traffic's at a standstill, and so is Howie's recovery.
How long do they figure until it's open again?
The highway is shut down again, so the salvage crew can pick up thousands of bottles of expensive wine.
Anything you can save it. Anything that's broken, shovel it into a garbage bin.
While he's waiting, a new problem catches Howie's attention.
Well, fuel cap's dripping. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just not screwed on tight enough. I grab a hold of it, try to twist it on further. Boosh, off it comes. I got a 3.5-inch hole, pissing diesel out all over my leg.
Oh, he's got a piece of plastic.
The fuel cap is the wrong size for the tank.
You get the cap back on, Ellen? No, I'm working on it.
The badly maintained semi continues to produce more headaches and delays.
It was more than half full and pouring out quickly.
Cap doesn't even fit on the truck.
With a wrecked and poorly maintained semi.
Don't touch it. Even look at it.
Highways is feeling the pressure from truckers to get the road open.
I'm sitting on number 1 in that friggin' lineup.
Even if that means plowing good wine into the ditch.
We're not going to keep the highway closed forever, so you got to get traffic going through your single lane.
Damn, that's quite the mess. Next question, was it good wine?
But the insurance company isn't letting up. At $40 a bottle, they want to save as much wine as possible.
You got a big wall of it going?
After 3 hours, the salvage crew finally has the wine bottles out of the way.
Okay, I'm gonna bring my truck through here.
But the highway remains closed until Howie clears away the mangled rig.
Plan is to disconnect the front half of the trailer from the tractor that's laying on its side. Get it out into the middle of the road somewhere where I can work with it.
There we go.
Look at that. God, it's gonna work in our favor.
Oh, yeah.
The front piece of the trailer's free and in a good position to get it onto the flatbed.
Just put it in here because there's a gusset right here.
I got a hook one.
At 4:15 a.m., the front half of the destroyed trailer heads off. It's been 6 hours since the wreck happened. Howie needs to clear the flipped tractor that's hanging over the no-post.
I don't know which way to pull on it.
But it's on its side and perched on the edge of a steep embankment directly above an active rail line.
You're concerned that this is going to roll down there and land on the tracks. You shut down a train track and you're screwing with the country's economy.
Without the lifting power of Jamie's rotator, he has to flip it onto its wheels.
Well, you got to make it fit in there without puncturing the full fuel tank. Ready? I didn't have any room to maneuver. And it was just coming down wherever it landed. It was close. I was happy. I was so happy.
Now he's got to get the tractor back on the road.
I need to be able to lift all that up, skid it along on its front frame horns, set it down.
With traffic still backing up, Howie does a quick rig to the frame to save time. If it holds, he can finally open the road.
No. Kind of grabbed a hold of it where I shouldn't have. And the bolts didn't hold and pieces went flying.
Well, the chains held, the cross member didn't. Broke all the bolts off.
That's my own fault. I should have known better than to grab it just by the back end like that. Took the chains that were attached to it, just grabbed it by the next piece up that's solid and keep going. I really want to get the road open. I'm hoping the chains hold this time.
If he can pull it off the no-post, he can get traffic moving again.
Did that work?
Yeah. I'd take this as a win.
At 6 a.m., almost 9 hours after he was called out, Howie's cleared the biggest wreck of the year, solo with just one truck.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.